The Netflix Open Connect appliance embedded inside your internet provider's data center is still transmitting your viewing behavior right now, and the FTC can't stop it. Regulators flagged the infrastructure. Congress asked questions. Netflix wrote letters. And every night that server pings home. Today, we're going inside the audit trail they never want you to see. Netflix has a product called Open Connect. Officially, it's a content delivery network, a way for Netflix to push video closer to you so it loads faster. Netflix calls it a gift to the internet. They offer these appliances, free of charge, to internet service providers around the world. ISPs say yes because it reduces the bandwidth they have to buy. The pitch is clean. We put our hardware inside your building. Everyone wins. There are now thousands of these appliances sitting inside ISP data centers across more than 100 countries. They cache the content. They serve the streams. That's what the press release says. What the press release doesn't say is what those servers log while they're doing it. Here is what Netflix's Open Connect appliances actually do. Every time your device requests a stream, it sends a telemetry handshake to the nearest Open Connect node before the video starts. That handshake contains a persistent identifier tied to your account, your device, your network address. The appliance logs the request. It logs the timestamp. It logs what content was requested, what quality level, what device type, what playback behavior followed. That data does not stay on the appliance. It is transmitted back to Netflix infrastructure through an encrypted pipeline the ISP cannot inspect. The ISP hosts the hardware. The ISP cannot read the logs. Netflix controls the firmware, the configuration, the data stream. The box is a black hole sitting in the middle of your internet connection, and your ISP signed the agreement to put it there. The FTC opened an inquiry into Netflix data collection practices in 2023, specifically around behavioral telemetry and third-party data sharing. The FCC raised concerns about ISP-hosted infrastructure operating outside standard data retention frameworks. Netflix responded. The company provided documentation about its data practices. The documentation described what Netflix collects directly. It did not describe what Open Connect appliances log at the network layer. The regulatory question that should have followed, who is legally responsible for auditing hardware owned by one company and hosted by another, was never answered. The inquiry closed. The appliances kept running. Here is the part nobody reported. The Open Connect appliance is not legally a data collection device. Netflix classifies it as a peering arrangement, a technical infrastructure agreement between two private networks. Peering agreements are not subject to the same FTC consumer data rules that govern apps and platforms. The appliance is not Netflix's data center. It is the ISP's physical space, but the ISP has zero administrative access to the appliance, zero visibility into what it logs. The firmware is proprietary. The audit trail is encrypted. No jurisdiction has successfully compelled Netflix to produce full log output from a deployed Open Connect node. And because no one can locate the data, it leaves the appliance, enters Netflix's infrastructure, and is processed in regions that may not align with the country where your ISP is based. There is no single regulator with clear authority to demand it. It's still running. It has always been running. The mechanism that makes it unstoppable is not the technology. It is the legal gap between the company that hosts the hardware and the company that controls it. One entity has the box. The other entity has the keys. Neither one is required to answer for what happens in between. Right now, your router is connected to an ISP that is almost certainly running at least one Netflix Open Connect appliance. When you opened the app tonight and pressed play, your device did not go directly to Netflix. It hit that local appliance first. That handshake happened in milliseconds. You didn't see it. The appliance logged it. The log moved through an encrypted tunnel to a Netflix data center somewhere in the world. A persistent identifier attached to your account now carries one more data point. This title, this device, this night, this network. Multiply that by 230 million subscribers every night. That is not a content delivery network. That is a behavioral surveillance infrastructure embedded inside the physical backbone of the global internet. And remember what we established at the start. Regulators flagged it, investigated it, and it is still running. Netflix built a private server network inside carriers across 100 countries and called it a gift. No unified audit requirement. No single regulator with authority over the logs. No ISP with visibility into the data leaving its own building. If you wanted to construct a surveillance infrastructure that couldn't be found, couldn't be inspected, and couldn't be stopped, you would build exactly this. The server is there. The log is running. And the question nobody in Washington has answered is the only one that matters. Who decided that a company serving entertainment gets to own unaudited hardware inside the infrastructure of the global internet? And what exactly are they doing with everything it sees?